North Korea remains a critical focus for global security. The country, led by Kim Jong Un, continues to pursue nuclear weapons. This ambition creates tension in its region and far beyond. Many people worry about what North Korea might do next. The situation today feels very different than just a few years ago. It is more complex and potentially more dangerous. We need to understand these changes to see what might come next, especially with potential shifts in U.S. leadership. This issue affects everyone. The nation's military power has grown significantly. North Korea has tested many missiles in recent years. These missiles can travel farther and carry more powerful warheads. They are also developing more advanced nuclear technology. This includes smaller nuclear weapons for different types of missiles. Each test shows their progress and their determination. This progress means North Korea is a more capable threat. It has become a state with real nuclear strike power, not just a potential one. Their arsenal is expanding steadily. Kim Jong Un appears more confident today. He seems less willing to negotiate on terms set by the West. North Korea has a history of using provocations to get attention, but now their actions seem to show a stronger belief in their own power. They have rejected many offers for talks recently. This could be because they feel their weapons give them more leverage. Or perhaps they see the world changing in their favor. This new confidence makes diplomacy much harder for everyone involved. The global landscape has also shifted. Events like the war in Ukraine have changed international relations. These changes have indirectly benefited North Korea. Some big countries are now looking for partners in unexpected places. North Korea has found new opportunities for support because of these geopolitical shifts. This means the old ways of trying to control North Korea might not work anymore. The dynamics are different, and the challenges have grown. We are facing a North Korea that is not as isolated as it once was. Russia's relationship with North Korea has become much closer. This is a significant change from previous years. Russia is now providing North Korea with more open support. This support likely includes advanced military technology and economic assistance. In return, North Korea has reportedly supplied Russia with weapons for its war efforts. At the United Nations, Russia has also used its veto power. This has helped shield North Korea from new sanctions. This renewed partnership strengthens Kim Jong Un's position significantly. China has long been North Korea's most important ally. It provides an economic lifeline that keeps the country afloat. China does not want to see the North Korean regime collapse. A collapse could lead to instability on its border. It could also mean U.S. influence spreading closer. So China continues to trade with North Korea, sometimes despite sanctions. This support, even if sometimes cautious, helps North Korea survive. It makes it harder for the rest of the world to apply pressure. China's role is crucial in this complex puzzle. Because of this support, international sanctions are less effective now. North Korea has become very skilled at evading these restrictions. They use illegal ship-to-ship transfers of goods, like oil. They also engage in cyber theft to get money. With Russia and China now less cooperative on sanctions enforcement, the system is breaking down. The holes in the sanctions net are getting bigger. This means North Korea can continue to fund its weapons programs. The intended economic pain is not as severe as hoped. The result is a North Korea that is stronger and more connected. It is not as isolated as the United States and its allies would prefer. Its economy, while still struggling, has found ways to adapt. This resilience, boosted by powerful friends, makes North Korea a tougher challenge. It means that pressure alone is unlikely to force them to give up their nuclear weapons. The old strategies need rethinking because the ground has shifted. North Korea is playing a new game with new allies by its side. For decades, the United States has tried to stop North Korea's nuclear program. Different presidents have tried different approaches. President Clinton reached a deal in the 1990s called the Agreed Framework. But that deal eventually fell apart. President Bush took a harder line, labeling North Korea part of an axis of evil. President Obama pursued a policy of strategic patience, combining sanctions with openness to talks. Yet, despite all these efforts, North Korea's nuclear ambitions only grew. Each attempt faced enormous challenges. These past strategies failed for several key reasons. Deep mistrust exists between North Korea and the United States. North Korea sees its nuclear weapons as essential for its survival. They believe these weapons protect them from attack. Getting them to give up this ultimate guarantee is incredibly hard. International pressure has also been inconsistent over the years. Sometimes key countries have not fully enforced sanctions. The very nature of the North Korean regime makes traditional diplomacy extremely difficult. It's a unique and persistent challenge. When President Trump came to office, he initially used very strong words. He threatened North Korea with fire and fury, but then his approach shifted dramatically. He decided to meet directly with Kim Jong Un. They held historic summits in Singapore and Hanoi, and met at the DMZ. These meetings were a big change from past U.S. policy. The goal was to achieve a breakthrough on denuclearization. There was a brief moment of hope for a new path forward. However, these high-profile summits did not lead to a final deal. The main problem was a disagreement over what denuclearization means. North Korea wanted significant sanctions relief early in the process. The U.S. wanted North Korea to give up most of its weapons first. The Hanoi summit in 2019 ended without an agreement because of these differences. After that, talks stalled, and North Korea continued to build its arsenal. Mr. Trump's personal diplomacy opened doors, but couldn't close the deal. If Donald Trump becomes president again, he might try a new approach with North Korea. He has often spoken about his desire to make big deals. He might be less concerned with traditional diplomatic steps. He could seek another summit with Kim Jong Un quickly. Mr. Trump believes his personal relationship with Kim is an advantage. He might think he can succeed where others have failed. This could mean a bold, perhaps unconventional attempt to solve the North Korea problem. His focus would likely be on a landmark achievement. To get a big deal, Mr. Trump might offer significant concessions. These could include easing sanctions on North Korea. He might offer formal security guarantees or even a peace treaty to end the Korean War. Some analysts worry he might even consider reducing U.S. troop levels in South Korea. This would be a major shift in U.S. policy in Asia. For Mr. Trump, the appeal of a historic agreement could outweigh traditional concerns. He might see a deal with North Korea as a major foreign policy win. Such moves would make U.S. allies like South Korea and Japan very nervous. They worry that the U.S. might make a deal that helps protect the American mainland. But this deal might not protect them from North Korea's shorter-range missiles. They fear the U.S. could weaken its security commitments to the region. Any sign of U.S. troop reductions could cause alarm. Maintaining trust with these key allies would be a major challenge. They want to be sure America still has their back. In summary, North Korea remains a huge challenge. A new Trump administration could bring unpredictable changes. There are big risks if a new deal is made too quickly or without care. A bad deal could legitimize North Korea as a nuclear state. It could also weaken U.S. alliances. But continued stalemate also carries risks, as North Korea's arsenal grows. The path forward is full of difficult choices. Finding a way to manage this threat will test any U.S. leader and their team.